What is the most important meal of the day? We have all heard that the most important meal of the day is breakfast. And now why is that? Well, if you go back into history, an article in Good Health magazine in 1917 brought up that breakfast is the most important meal of the day. However, did you know that the editor of this article was John Harvey Kellogg, who then invented Kellogg's cereals? Potentially, that term could have started around that time. What does breakfast mean in the first place? Breakfast, if you break down the word, it means to break a fast. Your fast is when you are sleeping throughout the night, and then you wake up in the morning and you break your fast. Breakfast is oftentimes the most skipped meal, and many people skip breakfast on purpose in order to work with their intermittent fasting routine. The downside of fasting in the morning is you have to make up the ground on the percentage of protein intake that you're gonna have to take in. You should be having at least 0.8 grams of protein per pound of body weight that you are. It's hard to make up that missing protein if you skip breakfast. Another aspect with breakfast is if you have a morning workout versus an evening workout. If you have a morning workout, your workout is going to be much better if you have some carbohydrates before your workout. So that way you can withstand a longer endurance, a better resistance on your workout. So it's important to have that nice carbohydrate-rich breakfast if you are working out in the morning. So that's another checkpoint of why breakfast is so important. There have been epidemiological studies that have associated missing breakfast with an increased risk of adiposity, of heart disease, of obesity, and of diabetes. This doesn't necessarily mean that if you skip breakfast, this stuff's gonna happen. It increases the risk of those things happening. Some other very important things that you need to consider. You should be having at least 30 grams of protein per each meal. If you have 4 to 5 meals each day, that would be 30 times 4 would be 120 grams of protein, 30 times 5 would be 150 grams of protein. If you're a 200-pound man, that is technically still falling short on the amount of protein you should be having each day. So you have to fill in those snacks for protein. If you start off your day having more protein for breakfast, it becomes a lot easier in the evening to not have to worry about making up that missed ground and having protein for a late night snack. Dinner time, I think, is the most consistent meal that many of us have. Dinner time, you usually have a fairly substantial dinner, especially if you're trying to eat healthy. You have enough protein, you have enough veggies, you have enough carbs. However, you should be focusing on having those protein and veggies at dinner time and having the carbs at breakfast time. So after breaking down our breakfast, our lunch, our dinner, our snacks, etc., the meal that is the most important for you is the one that you are lacking getting the most micronutrients and macronutrients in your day. What this often means is breakfast for many of us. Breakfast is the most skipped meal of the day. And if we have breakfast, oftentimes it's a rushed meal where you do not get enough of your macronutrients involved. If you wanted to be a part of my protein challenge, by the way, check this video out. It kind of breaks down of making sure you get enough protein or else you have to do something. So try this challenge out. Let me know how that goes. You need to find which meal you are having the most struggles with, or is it your snacks throughout the day? And emphasize the importance, the word importance, on those meals or snacks. Whichever meal you are struggling with getting the highest quality nutrients, that needs to be your most important meal. Work on keeping the foundations of your strong meals and your strong snacks, and then improve the most important meal with your macronutrients. If you have questions about training, about nutrition, I'd love to help you out. It's about time to get working out, to get fit, to get healthy, to get in shape, and to feel good about ourselves. I'd love to help you out. Hit me up. Let's get a workout in, or just ask me a question. I'd love to connect. Rock it out, everybody.